Hey guys, the Black King here, and let me tell you, I've come here to review a movie of Dragon Ball Path to Power. Now, I've seen bits and clips of it on the internet. Hey, what can I say? I was, I don't know, long time ago. But anyway, yeah, somebody I was trying to point out that, well, everything there happened. No, it didn't. Not unless you was in Japan or you ordered a Japan copy. Because in the, well, even though it's also for Americans and for Japan people, the movie, the difference is that there's just bits and pieces that are there from the actual series that you never got to see unless you were in Japan or you ordered one to be shipped here, and it would have been translated, you know, because they didn't release it to the American, for the people for the episode, so they made it a part of the movie, and, you know, because the only way to really see it, and it'd be an actual episode of where what it is Goku takes her panties off and slaps it like she's trying to make a good fucking pillow so they can sleep. It's so freaking stupid, but he doesn't know any better than. If he did, he wouldn't have been doing what he was doing. And it's kind of stupid. I mean, it's like, you know, kind of like when you're fluffing a pillow. It's like, yeah, I gotta make this damn thing more comfortable so I can live, right? Well, anyway, he doesn't realize that it's a woman thing, and it's not really right for a man to lay on that thing. But can I say, you got people who don't know any better, or even kids who wouldn't know any better if they did that kind of thing. That's why you teach them beforehand. No, you don't take anybody's hands off them. It doesn't matter if they're a man or a woman. You don't do that. It's just wrong. But yeah, I mean, it's just teaching you how it would be if people didn't have no guidance. Someone ever told him or told him not to do that. But it's also basically for us Americans to see what we've missed. Like, but half of us don't even care to see that kind of crap. Maybe if you weren't married and stuff, or before you got married, it might have made a difference. Before you changed your life into, well, yeah, I'm not in that kind of thing no more. Then maybe it would have been then. But now, I can let you know. But I'm just saying, I mean, you know, you're missing what they freaking do scenes that never really happened for us Americans because it's it's nudity, and they don't put nudity on public TV. What they do is they put it on DVD and VHS, and it was never released, even for us Americans, on DVD. So what they did was they did it by DVD and VHS for us to see it in a movie format, because even though it was re-released with the voices who actually did the video, so hey, you know, that's the thing. Now you think people would think that, oh God, man, yeah, man, something. I don't know. Anyway, I'm just saying, I'm I'm really tired from depression because it wore me out quite a bit, but I'm getting better. I mean, I'm not as tired as I was because depression weighed me down way heavily. Oh God, you would not believe I had to find me a game, and it wasn't a Final Fantasy VII that made me relax. I would have just, I just want to sit back and relax and just not really do anything particularly. I just wanted to get back to the games, and I didn't really want to watch a movie because, well, anymore you could find like violence and sex, and part of my depression is I don't want to watch sex. When I'm really depressed, I don't give a fuck about sex. I'm sorry, but when you're in the mood, you want to look at porn, I suppose. That's when you're in the mood. But when you're really depressed, the way I do it, I don't look at porn. I don't look at anything. I guess I could have found a quiet movie, but really there's not really hardly any more out there unless you go way back in the days. It's nothing but talk, and I don't want to hear any comedian stuff, so I just wanted to relax and get it. Yeah, I have to deal with it anyway, but basically the majority of it is it's just released off me for now. I hope because I had to really get it off my chest. I mean, it was weighing heavily on me. I had to get the pressure off me by just playing a video game. I'm happened to be, relaxing, of course, and it had to be Minecraft or RuneScape and just sit in my house, and I really couldn't do that because it would log off, and that would really kind of frustrate me. See, in Minecraft, it won't log off just arbitrarily, or in Ticket. I could have played Ticket, but see, this computer doesn't handle it too well. Sure you can, for a while there it quit letting me play it, and then all of a sudden, I remember the first time, and I finally got it going again, the same old crap, you still can't move. If you do move at all, it's just a little bit, and even then, you can't build, you can't do anything you want to do. Now that's kind of dumb. Yeah, I just, the only way I can really play Ticket is over here, right next to me, right here on this computer. It's the one that I'm running off music with. I actually happen to have an intro to my deal now. I'm thinking about just doing it as and then just kind of, here I am, that kind of thing. But I'm just saying, the thing is, you guys, whoever thinks that America actually had the episodes, unless I'm mistaken, because I've never really did get a chance to watch all the Dragon Ball movies, or the Dragon Ball series, but as far as I understand, the nudity is not one of the things, so it wouldn't have been on TV. I don't know. Leave your comments below. I don't mind the feedback. I just don't like people who spam and, tell me that I'm all wrong and everything. Because I'm just a person who's just sitting out here expressing my opinions, and if you don't like it, then, you can just not watch. That's just the simplest thing. It's not like I'm going to get offended. So, whatever. You see, the thing is about Dragon Ball movies, I watched the Dragon Ball Z movies. I got more interested in it when he became a Super Saiyan. And, see, in Dragon Ball, Goku was just a kid. There was no other Saiyans except for his father, Bardock. And nobody even knew about him until the movie came out, which didn't even happen until Dragon Ball Z came out. And, right after that series, before they went on to the, the Android and, Android Saga and Boo Saga, and then even before GT. So, and TikTok, right where it was because he grew up on Dragon Ball, and then they finish it off like Dragon Ball Z. Right after Goku, not Goku, but Piccolo blew up the city. Now, I didn't see that episode. I didn't even, I'm not sure, but maybe it was just they cut it out or something, or maybe I have to watch it on DVD, but I know that, yeah, it picked up from it, but still, see, like in G2, they picked up from Dragon Ball Z because, well, first of all, there was no Super Saiyan 4 yet, or I mind you, yet, because there were still Saiyans, there were still Super Saiyans until a certain point. So again, they're picking it up, and yeah, there are normal forms too. They don't go starting off as Super Saiyans like they did in the Android Saga later on. When Cell was doing the games, the Cell games. So I didn't get to see all the Android Saga yet, but I have seen quite a bit. Kind of did it in a weird kind of order. But the very first one I got into was the Dragon Ball Z series. I believe was the one from Vegeta onto, well, Frieza. And I didn't care for Dragon Ball Z Kai. I mean, it was alright, don't get me wrong. I give credit for it. It was like a simplified version. And the difference is a little bit different, you know, words and stuff. It's kind of crazy. I prefer the other version. The only difference is in the Dragon Ball with the Kai, it didn't take so damn long for Goku to finally transform, and I don't remember it being that way ever, either, to be honest with you. And it was, I think, there's something about the one episode where you finally transformed, where the trump card, which didn't make no sense to me, because I remember it being about finally transformed or something like that when he was transformed, but when he finally did go to Super Saiyan, it's the final trump card or something like that. So I don't know. I didn't get that part of it. So I guess they kind of just decided to say, oh, well, you know, let's just simplify it and make it shorter. Because I guess people were complaining because, well, it took too long to go to Super Saiyan. I mean, you know, well, think about it. They took too long to get to Super Saiyan 2 for crying out loud. I mean, you know, you still had Super Saiyans for quite a long time, and then all of a sudden, well, Super Saiyan 2 didn't even show up until, oh, what do you call that? Android, what's it called? Not Android, but Cell even showed up. Super Saiyan 2 didn't even show up. I mean, it was already there, but it wasn't really showing off. It wasn't really introduced until, like, Gohan introduced it. And Goku knew about it, but didn't really, I guess, fully understand it until he broke it out when he was doing the fight with another guy that kind of looks like Piccolo. I said kind of, not exactly. Or reminds him, because he's like a mannequin, except this guy is much stronger and faster than Piccolo, and Piccolo is quite strong. This guy's had a lot of practice. I mean, guys like, I don't know how to explain it. I just know that, anyway, Goku's fought both Piccolo and this guy. This guy is a hero. Piccolo wasn't. But anyway, you know, and it even took them a long time to bring out Super Saiyan 3, and look what their came to got him. Heck, do you know how long it took for them to finally bring out Fusion? Nobody even knew about Fusion until Goku introduced it. I mean, a lot of stuff becomes vice versa from either it's going to be a kid or it's going to be Goku. Now they did, well, they kind of gave you a little bit of a Fusion deal, but it wasn't really hardly talked about, wasn't explained. It was a Goku, or not Goku, but Piccolo went and did a fusion. Well, it's called, there's like different kinds of fusions. There's Namekian where they mind fuse, I guess, using one body. The whole essence and everything, the soul and everything gets absorbed, and the powers and stuff too. The only difference is, I mean, in the entire series, I don't like what they're doing on YouTube. It's kind of funny though, like as if I forget what his name is. all of a sudden has, he's sitting there talking and stuff in his head like, "Will you shut up, man?" No. Oh yeah, I think it was male. Anyway, you want to check that out on YouTube. Yeah, it's very interesting. Go look it up. But what? Yeah. Anyway, and then there's actually two fusions for humanity. It's like the one where they do this and do this. There's the one where I guess they hold like this, and then all of a sudden they still wanted to absorb the powers, but it was a little bit more different, more stronger. I guess version. I don't know. I really don't know because I'm not an expert on this. I'm not really the one who came up with it. They didn't really say which one was stronger, which one was better. But together with Nail and Kami, it was a good fusion. Take a look because it became much stronger. And it's not like he ever abandoned his power with Nail because he still had it even after he had fused with Kami. So anyway, and then the Saiyans fusion, there's like two fusions for the Saiyans. And one of it happens to be thanks to the people of the tides that actually had the, I don't know how to explain the tide situation, because I'm not understanding that at all, confused. But anyway, there's this earrings they have on both sides. One, you have to get them, throw the iron one and whatever, and put it on, and boom, they're fused. And it's what they call it a forever fusion. And yeah, that fusion there, the first one that came together when they showed it, could have gone unfused, but they didn't do that. So I mean, you'd never ever see what's his name again. I forget what they call him, but he was working for the other guy. I can't remember his name, but anyway, I didn't even know about him until Dragon Ball Z. I mean, not Z, but Dragon Ball Z. And well, see, I thought the whole damn thing was stupid. The tournament thing before the deal. And I never did watch it, and finally I did, but I did see the Beast Saga. It wasn't about what the pre-saga was, as you would call it, before you watch what happens is the Boo takes over, blah, blah, blah. And that would include seeing Vegeta go to Super Saiyan 2 for the first time, except through powers that helped him all that way. And then on his own, without the help of the aid of powers, he fallen to Super Saiyan 2. It wasn't really like, in a way it wasn't in the first time, but it was for the first time without help when they did the final fight against Boo when he was a kid. Even though according to the deal that was the very first form and then so on, but the first form that actually appeared on Earth was a fat Boo, fat Majin Buu. They classified him as the good Boo and the gray one the evil one. So on, etc. I don't know, but anyway, in that one there, well, I'm just saying. I mean, I would like to see what would happen if Goku went to Super Saiyan 6. I've seen 5. It's right here, but I don't know. Oh, I'm sorry. There's 3 fusions if you count the Super Saiyan 4, but that's but the only difference is the Super Saiyan 4. It's really not really any different except it's that. I mean, just when I do this, fusion hot dance. That's a fusion dance. I mean, it's just it's 2 fusions, but it's 3 because of the difference in the Super Saiyans in their Saiyan level. Like it's 4, so it becomes a red Super Saiyan. I don't know, crimson hair. Which they diminish the golden hair. I don't get it. But why don't they just come and make it like gold reddish thing? I don't know. Anyway, I guess because of the hair on Goku is red. All I know is, GT is pretty cool. I check it. I recommend it. I mean, a lot of people will disagree with me. Hey, that's your opinion. Sorry about that. I don't disapprove you for not watching it. I don't care that you don't watch it. That doesn't bother me. But if you haven't seen the beginning and fights afterwards have to be, as even I thought that was stupid. But hello, think about it. All the fights all the way up to Dragon Ball GT had his ass handed to him. And look at Dragon Ball. I mean, he's had his ass handed to him, but well, actually, yeah. Now that I think of it, now that I've seen it, I would say that he's been doing that ever since Dragon Ball. Ever since the time that you actually seen him. If you can look at that series, go all the way up to Dragon Ball Z, and then watch GT, then you'll know what I'm talking about. Compared to that, there's no difference. I mean, so he had to go Super Saiyan, or go without being Super Saiyan. And that's because, well, he didn't have enough power to become a Super Saiyan. No. But yes, he did. I don't know, maybe, I don't know. I first when I saw him trying to go Super Saiyan 1 or something like that, and just blow, well, it was Kamehameha, like through the whole of Super Android 17, and thanks to Android 18, which I didn't really think, I mean, in my honest opinion, I don't think that Android 18 and Kremlin's ever made a good couple. I mean, no offense, I mean, you know, because there is actual fusions and stuff that could have just made a baby without doing that. I mean, you know, for crying out loud, think about it. I mean, okay, so the kid was born, what to do? Well, that kid wasn't even anything special. And that kid could have still been born even without them two, you know, supposedly mating. But they didn't think about that. They thought that, well, it's just wrong, but at the same time, it's right. I don't get it. How can you consider fusion wrong but right? You can't do that. It doesn't make any sense. So anyway, long story short, Dragon Ball movie, I recommend it. Only because it's a good movie, but I would not recommend it for the pure sense of the woman showing her crotch, even when she flashes Roshi. That's not the reason why I'm recommending that. No, no, no. But I definitely recommend buying it because, I mean, look at the great action. What happens there with Goku, and after Android 8 dies. I mean, okay, so the kid cries, but it's different from what the series is. In series, Goku actually cried and transformed into a damn beast in a damn planet. It didn't start waking up like they did in Dragon Ball GT or Z or wherever else. In that movie there, he almost was a Super Saiyan 2 for crying out loud, except that he was missing golden hair. Yeah, because the lightning, like Aurora, it's like keystrokes. Anyway, the key effects to being a Super Saiyan 2, except without being, you know, Super Saiyan. And it could have gone Super Saiyan up there. Yeah, whatever happened to all his friends in the past? I never did understand that at all. And they would show all that from the people from the past of his friends and stuff. I mean, there's like most of his friends have been with him, that travel with him, or there with him. And he had other people that were his friends, and he never did go back and visit them. Like Android 18. You know, if they could bring back Android 8, why can't they bring back Android 16 or whatever his name was? The one guy that was supposedly programmed to kill Goku. As a matter of fact, wasn't Android 8 programmed to do it? Well, anyway, according to the thing, all androids were built by Dr. I can't think of his name now. He did all the androids for the Red Army, and he was part of the Red Army. I mean, I didn't even know about him at all until, well, you wouldn't even know until you reached the Dragon Ball Android, Dragon Ball Z Android Saga, right as right after Truck shows up from the future And that doesn't even happen. It doesn't even happen until later on, after the fact that Goku defeats Frieza, and Frieza's sitting out in space, and his father comes up and does that. And yes, it's true. Uh, Frieza didn't think that they could survive out in space. It depends. I mean, yeah, it doesn't make any sense that Yardosh, or whatever his name is the father of Broly, and Broly himself can even survive out in space. But yeah, Goku can't. That don't make no sense. I mean, heck, you got that movie of Broly where he's just doing this, doing actually instant flash, but he's doing it while he's moving. Instead of doing this. I don't know. Anyway, and then you got, I recommend Broly. I mean, I like Broly. I think Broly is pretty cool. But in a way, you think that, Trunks is his son because of the way that Trunks actually gets his hair and muscles. He does the same thing. He has this tough exterior, cannot be beaten. But yet he can be beaten by Cell, but Broly can't. That makes as much sense as a beetle tree making love to a TV when they don't need to, and they gotta go to the thing in natural life. You know what I mean? Anyway, I've gotta go. It's been long enough anyway. I just wanted to tell you that this has been the Black King, and I'm getting better about being around, but because thankfully Minecraft Pro 3, thank you. I recommend it to you. Minecraft is a very good game. It's a relaxing game. You don't have to LP it. You don't have to sit there and level up. It's just a game you can go and relax. Well, it's like SimCity, but whatever. I mean, I can't really say that. I mean, no, except that one thing, and you run out of funds too quickly in SimCity. In Minecraft, there are no funds. You just do what you gotta do. You can either go out and gather it, or use the cheat code and just build up your house the way you want to do it. And it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. Because Minecraft is not exactly set to do that. And to really classify Minecraft as an LP is beyond me. Why do that? Because you really can't do it. There is no ending credit. You cannot get ending credits for Minecraft any more than you could for Ticket. And I mean, I'm not saying they can't host it and say blah 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 blah. Because look at how much crap you can do in there. I mean, it ain't like, okay, like for example, if you go and play Final Fantasy 7 and beat it, like you got, not only do you have credits from the beginning, but you have the credits to the end. And that's just the only way. It's just like playing a movie, except that it's a video game. Minecraft is nothing like that. It's a game that you can just sit there and play, and it never ends. Which is one thing I like about Minecraft. RuneScape never ends, but I think there's actually a title screen, but you can still continue on anyway. I'm not sure. I've never, from what I understand, from what I've seen in a lot of the clips of, but except that it still continues on anyway. So if you want to go to your house and celebrate parties and whatnot, I mean, you don't do anything anymore. That's dungeoneering if you haven't already completed it, and I haven't completed it, so yeah, I'm one of them. Plus, I never did complete all my skills yet. I just, I'm letting to get back into it. I don't know. I should go back on there. I'm gonna play it, but I haven't really been in the mood lately for the past few months. And I was paying for a month-to-month deal, so, Anyway, peace and peace out, you guys. Bye-bye.